Good morning. I will address in a few minutes the Security Council for a discussion that was called for at the urging of the Palestinians. It is unfortunate that again we have to have the discussion. Unfortunate because it means that the Palestinian leadership does not believe in the cause of peace. This meeting was preordained in their minds. Before President Trump presented his prosperity for peace plan the other week, Mahmoud Abbas, he was already getting ready to come here to the UN. Without even seeing its proposal, he rejected the negotiations. Without delivering a counter-offer, Abbas has already rejected the hope for peace. For Israel's part, we continue to stand ready and willing to enter into direct negotiations with the Palestinians. President Abbas should not come to New York. He should come to Jerusalem, exactly like President Sadat when he came to speak in our parliament in the Knesset. We remain committed to a political process, and we thank the Trump administration for trying to be part of the solution, not the problem. Abbas, it appears, remains committed to being the problem, both here at the UN and in the Palestinian Authority. It would be one thing for him to come here to the UN, give, I'm sure it's going to be a very dramatic, very long speech to the cameras, to the media, and then he will fly back to Ramallah. However, Abbas is well versed in the art of doublespeak. He comes here to the UN, he pretends to be committed to peace, but he remains committed to incitement back home. Before he left, Abbas encouraged Palestinians to riot and engage in violence against Israelis. The sad result is casualties on both sides, Palestinians and Israelis. It is a tragedy that the reveal of a peace plan should compel the Palestinian leadership to sacrifice their own people in senseless violence. But it speaks volumes about what kind of a leader Abbas believes himself to be. I can tell you today, Abbas is no statesman. And as he begins his 16th year of a 4-year term, it is clear that Abbas does not care for peace. As I have said many times, the Palestinian people deserve a leader like Anwar Sadat, a leader like King Hussein, a leader that is committed to peace. Mr. Abbas is not that leader. Thank you.
Ambassador James Bays from Al Jazeera. When the Trump administration unveiled their plan, they said that the Palestinians had a 4-year period to come to the table. Will you, as Israel, commit not to annex any of the settlements during that period?
We value the work of the administration. We know they worked hard. Dozens of visits of the team to our region, hundreds of meetings, and we are talking with them. We will coordinate with them our next moves like we did in the past, and we have a strong partnership with the United States. So yes, we will continue to coordinate our moves with the United States.
Could you be more specific on when you will annex the settlements?
So I answered that question, that we will coordinate it with the administration. We will do it in coordination with the administration.
Mr. Ambassador, do you have any comment on this supposed Palestinian withdrawal of their anti-Israel resolution and their postponement or whatever, despite the fact that President Abbas is coming here to speak to the Council this morning?
Oh, I think you have to ask President Abbas that question, what happened there. But when you read the language of the original resolution, it was a shameful language, condemning the U.S., condemning Israel. So they don't want to see us as partners for peace. They don't accept the U.S. as mediators for peace. So with whom they want to actually negotiate? So I think that question you should ask President Abbas.
But it seems that Mr. Abbas does have partners. He will hold a press conference today with with a former Prime Minister of Israel. So it seems that Mr. Abbas does have a partner on the other side, on the Israeli side. So why did you describe this as a terrorist diplomacy or something like that.
So I will not be in that press conference, but I urge you all maybe to ask President Abbas why, when Prime Minister Olmert offered him a very generous offer back then, he didn't answer that. So I think President Abbas rejects all offers. It goes back to Prime Minister Olmert, Prime Minister Barak, it goes back to President Clinton, and today it's the same with President Trump. I want to thank you very much. And we have one, yes please.
I'll ask you in English, but I'll appreciate your answer in Hebrew for our audience. Mahmoud Abbas is going to give here at the United Nations a speech. How do you see it as the ambassador of Israel? And later on today, Mr. Abbas is going to meet and to be in a press conference together with former Prime Minister Olmert. How do the Israeli government see that? And is there any chance we are going to see the annexation of the settlement before the coming elections?
הנשיא עבאס מגיע כאן לאום להגיד לא, כמו שהוא עושה בכל שנה, להגיד לא למשא ומתן, להגיד לא לדיאלוג עם ישראל. אנחנו לא נופתע מהדברים שלו היום, אנחנו נחשוף את האמת על הסרבנות שלו. אנחנו מודים לנשיא טראמפ על התוכנית, על הנכונות לקדם את המשא ומתן באזור שלנו. אנחנו מצפים ממדינות העולם לא לעזור לעבאס בסרבנות, לדחוף אותו למשא ומתן ישיר עם ישראל. לגבי הפגישה עם ראש הממשלה אולמרט, ראש הממשלה לשעבר, זה מצער מאוד שבשבוע שבו מופעל טרור מדיני נגד מדינת ישראל ויש פיגועים בישראל, ראש הממשלה לשעבר נותן רוח גבית לאבו מאזן לביקור שלו כאן בניו יורק, ומוטב לשאול גם את ראש הממשלה וגם את הנשיא עבאס מה קרה במשא ומתן ביניהם, שכאשר הציעו לעבאס הצעה מאוד נדיבה הוא סירב גם להצעה הזאת. לגבי החלת הריבונות, זו החלטה של ממשלת ישראל, היא תעשה בתיאום עם הממשל האמריקאי. תודה רבה. Thank you very much.